I've just become the proud new owner of this gas station, but it's a complete mess. So if I want to actually start making money, I'm gonna have to clean this place up, upgrade my fuel pumps, my convenience store, my auto shop, my car wash, and my bathrooms, win over these swarms of aliens in the area, defeat my evil mob boss uncle, and turn this gas station into the most popping place on Route 66. I 100%ed Gas Station Simulator. Start out by just gunning it down Route 66. Oh yeah, now this is the high roller life that I imagine. I don't know why they're trying to make a gas station, the owner of a gas station, like, go so hard. I drive down until I see the sign for a rundown gas station. The Dust Bowl is up for sale. I rip that car into reverse, pull into the lot, ready to start my new life. I wake up in my room and I'm given my first task, to figure out how to enter the gas station. I head over to the main building and take down the wooden boards that block the door, and boom, I'm in. And wow, this place looks worse than I could have ever imagined. There's trash everywhere, food populates the ground, bugs scamper around the floorboards. It somehow looks worse than the average streamer's bedroom in here. Follow the high voltage cable to find a way to turn on the electricity. Okay, that looks like the high voltage cable. Okay, this looks like it's acting up. Maybe I just pull this down. Electricity to my gas station. This is some crappy looking gas station. I don't even see any pumps. Pick up the phone at the booth in front of the station. The Dust Bowl. The most proud owner of the Dust Bowl on this side of the West. Let me see what's up.
Congratulations on your purchase and investment, little nephew.
Oh, we bought it from our dad, or our uncle.
Since you are not only a potential business partner, but family no less, I'll do my best to help you.
Yes, our gracious uncle has been kind enough to help us get the Dust Bowl back on its feet. And the first part of our restoration is piloting the mini excavator named Rudy for whatever reason. Unfortunately, the last person to use Rudy didn't fill him up, so we'll have to take his jerry can over to our fuel pumps and get the gas we need to start excavating. Using Rudy, I can pick up the pile of sand blocking my gas pump and drop it off the eternal sand hole. A hole that somehow can forever be filled with sand and never get an ounce more filled. Send high praises to our eternal sand hole god. With the gas station looking a little less like an abandoned insane asylum, it was time. We gotta get customers going. We need some money. Open up the Dust Bowl. Come get your gas. Refill your fuel supplies using the PC. Delivery. Oh yeah, we're gonna need gas at this gas station. After ordering the gas, I can open up the tank using this here wheel and start pumping those precious 200 liters that I bought. It wasn't long after that I got my first ever customer. The way fueling works in this game is after grabbing the pump, you need to find their gas cap. Then you go into this little meter style minigame. The gas slowly fills up and you have to stop the dial right on the outlined zone. Get it close enough and boom, I received a $2 tip. Nice. And despite only opening up a few minutes ago, the Dust Bowl already has a line formed of people begging to pump gas. With so few customers right now, I need to go for quality service until I'm able to bring in the quantity. I ever so carefully fill the gauge until I've perfectly lined it up and I got a $5 tip. Hey, thank you very much. I get so good at refueling that I even get the achievement for filling up a customer's car within 0.01 of what they asked for. But simply fueling cars would not be enough at the good old Dust Bowl. If I really wanted to start raking in profits, I'd have to do something that no gas station has ever done before. Actually clean up the interior. And I'm gonna ask you to do something that you've never done before. Subscribe to my channel. You see, most people actually forget to subscribe here, even though you've probably already watched a couple of my videos before. The sooner you subscribe, the sooner your YouTube homepage will be filled with content you like, as opposed to YouTube drama tabloids who claim to make video essays. By purchasing a trash bag from the PC, I can start bagging the precious waste items that lie around my store. Empty water bottles, pizza boxes, and the customary wet cardboard that every gas station has. You're not sure if it's stopping a leak, covering a wet floor, or just the general piss corner marker. Either way, it's here to stay. But in the gas station life, it's important to never get too into cleaning. Oh god, there's tons of people waiting. God, I'm a terrible customer. I'm a terrible, gas station owner. I can't even get the words right. Don't worry, Granny. Oh no, you're not a granny. You just look old. Oh my god, you're not looking so good. What the heck? Why? What? Wait, her head was on backwards for a second. Alright, things get twisted up by the Dust Bowl. Once you sufficiently fill up a trash bag, it'll tie itself off and drop into your lobby. From there, you need to make sure to grab this bag and drop it off into the dumpster. The frick? What was that? Elvis's ghost? What? Okay, I guess Elvis's ghost is just likes chilling around here or something. After bagging up a good amount of my trash, I realized that I had once again been a terrible gas station owner. Oh, this guy's waiting. Oh, it's the same lady. That's the same exact lady as from before. For larger trash items that won't fit in our trash bags, though, we'll need to manually carry them out to the dumpster. Eventually, though, those large items completely fill up the front of our dumpster, so it's time to get our hands dirty. Gotta get in the dumpster yourself and do the heavy-duty lifting. The heavy-duty lifting. What the heck did I just say? I take the rest of the night to completely clean out the store and fuel up any customers who happen to swing by. Yeah, this is finally looking a little better. Oh my god. Now, chances are this entire concept of cleaning your living space is completely foreign to you as a Shawnee D viewer, so it's about time I talk about something a little bit more up your alley. A game you can hyperfixate on for hours in the disgusting cesspool you call a room. Introducing Crystal of Atlan, a brand new Magipunk MMORPG and also the sponsor of this video. Crystal of Atlan has you entering Atlan, a floating world of magic and machinery where you'll become a member of the Adventurers Guild to uncover the secrets behind the mysterious crystals powering the world. The game's combat focuses on smooth combos that feel extremely fluid, with an emphasis on aerial combat that innovates from the traditional MMORPG style. One of the coolest things about Crystal of Atlan is that you've got tons of different classes to choose from, and they're all available from the start, and each class has a branching path with completely different skills that you can choose from. Like, let's say you start as a musketeer, shooting down enemies with ease. Eventually, you'll be given a choice. Do you want to be the gunner wielding a giant cannon, or would you rather be the bounty hunter wielding 2 agile pistols? There are even 20 different skills to choose between, so you can build your character however you want. Head to the link in the description and pre-register now. There are tons of in-game rewards to collect for those who pre-register. If you pre-register, invite friends, and follow the official SNS account, you can even collect summon tickets for a chance to win amazing prizes like an iPhone 16, AirPods Max, and more. Thanks to them for sponsoring, and now back to the video. But with the station now cleaned, it was time to start handling some more customers. There's a customer waiting! Do any men come through here? Not that I really care, but yes, for whatever reason, every single customer that rolls through my shop is a woman, leading to only one possible explanation. Route 66 is turning people female, putting it in a similar class as becoming a software engineer and really liking Fallout New Vegas. With that, the station's interior had been completely cleaned, but the floor was still disgusting, so it's time to order ourselves a broom and get sweeping. And dear lord, how is it this dirty? I got a customer. Sorry to keep you waiting, brother. Boom! Our first man. Why does he look like Elon Musk? That was kind of weird, okay. You know, somehow I always knew a fraud like him would own an electric car company and still have a diesel engine. After fully sweeping up the shop and ordering around 200 liters of gas, my station gets a visit from another unwanted traveler. Get rid of Dennis. Yes, Dennis is a rapscallion, no-gooder kid from the neighborhood who will occasionally come to your station to stir up trouble. But the game says you can throw something at him to scare him off, so I grabbed the first thing I could find from the trash. Okay, I'm gonna throw this at him. This doesn't really seem like an apt punishment, but he put poo on the wall and I got customers waiting. Get out of here. I'm gonna freaking spike him with a metal plate. Holy crap. With murder added to my list of atrocities, I get back to fueling. But now I've discovered the speed up button. If you hold that down while you fuel, the gauge will move much faster, which is great, but also means you're gonna be less precise, resulting in me losing my first ever tip. I also called the free trash pickup service to come empty out my dumpsters, as well as let the gas delivery man fuel up my tank. Now we have to buy a paint roller. God dang Dennis! God dang it, Dennis! Make me paint over these poo stains again! Next time I'm really gonna let you have it. Unfortunately, our options for paint colors right now are limited to just 5. I tried out a few colors on the side of my building before landing on white. I kinda wanted to go for like a sleek retro gas station vibe, like the one from Asteroid City. You suck! You suck! Also take this time to clean up some of the trash that's sitting outside the station, while still taking the time to fuel up cars.
I was worried we'd be stranded.
Not when you're with me here. Don't you ever forget about the Dust Bowl now. For the pillars and accents for my station, I go with this dark blue color. I actually really like how this turned out, and I decided to go with the same color scheme inside. Kinda looks like an Apple store in here, but that's what I'm going for. A high-classy gas station. I think the phrase high-classy gas station must be an oxymoron, but I digress. Behind the register, I place a blue accent wall to draw people's attention in. Oh yeah, we're going psychological with this one. With the station now cleaned up and painted, my next mission is to use the lockpick to break into a parked car. Oh my god, it's like Skyrim. Yeah, I was actually cooking there for once, as this is exactly like Skyrim, and for breaking in, I'm given 1 Dust Bowl painting. I go to serve another customer, but I can handle the timing of the speed-up fuel a little bit better now and manage to use it and still earn myself a tip. I don't know who's tipping at their gas stations. Tipping culture's gotten insane. I hang my Dust Bowl painting behind the counter, and then I'm ordered to purchase myself 2 shelves. Oh, I see. You can buy different types of drink stands. I land on grabbing a big food and big drink stand, but after placing it, I'm told that I'm first gonna need to buy a parking spot, because if there's nowhere to park their cars, how are people gonna come to the store? On the bright side, this first parking spot is free, but on the negative side, it's been overrun with sand, and I can't purchase it until I first clean it out. I hop into Rudy and take out 2 loads of sand over to the Eternal Sand Pit, but unfortunately, I cleaned up the complete wrong spot. I take this mistake as a blessing though, and take the opportunity to clean out the rest of the lot, so that way when somebody decides to take an extra 15 minutes to quickly back into the spot, they don't accidentally hit my mound. Come, get gas! Come get gas! Get gas! Nope, didn't work. Okay, that's guerrilla advertising right there. Okay, nice. We bought the parking spot. Cool. Answer the call from Uncle. Oh god! Uncle's calling us. Oh my god, it's giving, what was that show that the guy from The Office, Uncle Stan? And you know what nephew used to say.
But nephew needs my help with his business.
Nephew.
Wonder how my lady friend's gonna take it.
Lady. I love all the lack of names.
Hello. I see the business is doing well.
Thank you.
Calling to congratulate you on successfully getting it off the ground. But you can't run a business on fuel alone.
You can't?
I've had a few of my
It is a
people
gas
deliver
station.
some extra stock for those empty shelves of yours.
Oh.
Time to talk money. You now owe me. Well, I'll send you the invoice to your email. Don't miss it. Sorry, nephew, but there is just no room for charity in this world.
What the heck? He said he was doing all this out of the kindness of his heart. What the frick? I get the bill for Uncle's loan, and it's $5,000 due in 5 minutes? Seeing it so far, I've been playing for an hour and only earned $1,000. We were really gonna have to grind if we wanted to pay this off in time. Luckily for me, I could start earning it back as soon as I return to the station, as Uncle has stocked our shelves like he promised, and I get my first ever customer. The register minigame is actually pretty simple. All you need to do is hold down shift to move the conveyor belt, and then carry the item over to the scan spot on the left. Then once it's scanned, you can drop it into the basket and move on to the next item. If you knock something in without scanning it, the customer gets it for free, and you don't get a tip as they get angry. Why they're getting angry about getting something for free, I will never understand. Final part of this game is you need to right click to use the sponge in order to wipe down the belt. You can only access the belt while you have a customer, so it's important to try and string these in whenever you can. Those few register customers aren't nearly enough to pay off our uncle's loan, and with the timer ticking down, I start spiraling. God, there's so much to do. I only have a minute left on this loan. Why am I so short on time on the loan? What the heck? I just got it. Failure to meet the payment deadline results in Uncle having to collect debt other ways. Oh my god, Uncle, what a jerk. Eventually, the clock strikes 0, and I've made barely any payments at all on the loan. It's then that I hear the phone ringing.
Hey, Pong,
What?
where's our goddamn money?
Oh my god, the uncle! Sent this guy after me! What the heck? Oh my god! What a jerk! What kind of uncle is that? Did I die? Oh my god, Uncle's a villain. What the hell? Oh my god, is that our uncle? What a jerk!
Wake up, Sam. You've got a gas station to run.
What the hell? He's like a mob boss. Uncle proceeds to call up and tell us that there must have been a mistake, and the time on our loan was way too short given the amount. As a token of apology, he postpones our loan repayment and gives us the key to the warehouse, allowing us to upgrade the gas station to level 2. I'm not entirely convinced this was really an accident at all, though. I think Uncle was trying to show us his authority over us, and, well, you know, it worked. I am terrified of that psychopath. Leveling up the gas station nearly doubled it in size, meaning there are new areas for me to go around and clean up. With the register, in addition to the gas pumps, there's a lot less downtime than before, so I really need to tactfully weave in every single clean to not keep my customers waiting. Oh my god, this is so stressful. Starting to act like a well-oiled machine, stringing in gas refills while I wait for people to check out. Finally getting the hang of this all. I decided to take a brief break and use the key my uncle gave me to finally open up the warehouse in the back of our property. Inside, I use this lever, which lets me open up the loading gates. Be careful, keep your warehouse gates closed, otherwise someone might steal from you. Oh goodness, okay. I'm given a mission to start cleaning out the warehouse, but I've got customers breathing down my neck, and I don't even have a second to attempt that. A total of 50 tips during the mini games. Nice. Killing it. I'm gonna make this place profitable in no time. I need to make sure I'm balancing my need to clean as well, as the constant flux of customers is bringing so much dirt into my station. I need an employee so bad to just do this for me. This is not bringing me any income. What the hell? He looks just like Elon Musk. That's scary. What the heck? All right, I got some cleaning up to do. I might have to close the gas station for a bit. Try taking some time to clean again, but customers just keep piling in, so I'm pulled away again. But eventually, my customers completely buy out my current stock, and if I want a new delivery, I'm gonna have to clean out that warehouse. It's easiest to just pull the gate down and throw the trash out that way, but it does leave me at risk of someone sneaking in and stealing something from me. I'm able to go quick enough that no thieves sneak out, and figure with the warehouse now cleaned up, I should probably clean up the bathroom as well. Is that a turd? Ew, a turd! It was a turd on the ground. The gas station is a lawless place, and those who run them are the heroes of our society. With the warehouse now cleaned up, I can level it up from level 0 to level 1 to give it 200 extra inventory capacity, as well as letting me hold 2 extra 100 liters of gas. Unlock the warehouse. Oh my god, that guy's so cute. What the heck? Now that the warehouse was properly unlocked, I could finally reorder snacks to our currently fully stocked out shelves. What? How am I'm supposed to figure out what we need on all these? Yes, I would have to fully stock the warehouse myself and decide how much to buy of each of the incredible products. Questions rattled around in my skull. Would I need to order Aunt Betty's tonic? How much Mr. Burden will I go through? And can a man get some toppy? Eventually, I settle on an infallible strategy. Just order one of everything. But a problem quickly arises with my plan. Ordering one of everything is actually double the entire capacity of my current warehouse. It was here that I have to start making some difficult decisions on what not to order. Except for the first thing I did, and that was getting rid of the Mr. Burden. That one was easy because Dr. Pepper is a repugnant cocktail that no human should be forced to drink. After thinning down the order list to something a little more reasonable, I submit my order. It's nighttime, meaning business is a lot slower, so while I wait for the delivery truck's arrival, I start cleaning out all the junk that I had just chucked outside my warehouse. There's so much stuff, in fact, that I end up filling up both of my dumpsters. The delivery truck has finally arrived, so I can open up the warehouse cargo gates and open up the truck's trunk doors. From there, I gotta load the boxes off my trunk and onto the shelves to store it in the warehouse. Once the delivery has been loaded, the truck leaves out the back exit. Now, we need to be sure to close this after the truck has fully left the loading bay. If I try and close it too early, the truck will block the gate from closing, leaving our precious warehouse open to thievery. Now, I can head back to the store and start stocking our shelves with our new product. After that, pick up the phone. Your uncle has some words for you. God dang it, he's always got words for us, man. Thankfully, this time Uncle isn't calling to send the mob on us. He's simply introducing the popularity mechanic. Your popularity level is important to keep up because the higher it is, the more people who will come and visit your gas station. Additionally, there's an achievement for reaching popularity 10, so it is really important to focus on your rank. But how do you level up popularity? Well, there's a variety of factors that influence it. The two most important are giving good service, i.e. completing mini games in a way that you earn a tip, and keeping the station clean. Something that's gonna be quite difficult when freaking Dennis is attacking the station again. God dang it, you little turd. Get! Dude, F school. King Dennis. Oh god. Things are falling into disarray. The heck is that, a fish? What the heck? Oh, that must have been Dennis. He must have dropped a stink bomb in there or something. But I'd have cleaned up 1,000 fish before attempting the next thing I need to do. 'Cause my next task is, oh god, clean the gas station bathroom. And there's a woman inside who's just staring at the toilet, fully clothed. Somehow that's more terrifying than just seeing a turd. After sweeping up the horrors that lied inside, our next task is to just level up our popularity. That means it's back to scanning and fueling till the day runs dry. Sorry, you freaking donut muncher. Alright, I gotta do this really quick. Okay. Who's leaving these... Just bones. Who's leaving bones? I also figure since I leveled up my station and unlocked new paint colors, it's time to see if I can improve the exterior of my station. Now, in terms of alternate colors we got, I wonder what a red roof would look like with the white. It's just gonna look like a 7-Eleven. Yeah, the new colors we unlocked were definitely not my style, so I decided to just stick with the white and blue scheme I'm rocking now. Continue chugging away at my popularity rank until I get an idea to try and boost it even faster. Okay, you know what's gonna make people like it around here a little bit more? Booze! Everybody loves booze. Big alcohol stand. I wanted to call them in like a siren. Yeah, there we go. Boom, first thing you see, alcohol. Unfortunately, my songstress plan immediately backfires as customers keep getting stuck on the booze rack at my door. Not to mention, I don't have the money to buy any booze yet, so they're just staring at an empty shelf. Empty beer shelf, never filled. Truly the only thing sadder than Ernest Hemingway's baby shoe story. I moved the beer shelf over to the side, and then just after checking out one more person, the heck, heard in whispers, oh, I reached popularity level 2! Way to go! Everybody loves me! I'm the best gas station owner ever. What's going on with my sign? With my popularity mission completed, I was offered the chance to buy a workshop, which I guess is something that gas stations also have. Unfortunately, the shop is out of my price range at $500, so I'll have to save for a bit to afford it. With the station expanding so fast, I need to be a bit more mindful of my money, which is why I start checking the fuel prices before I order. I found that the range usually wavers from $1.7 a liter to $2.8 a liter. Our gas tank is still pretty small, so we have to order at least a small dosage every single day, but I try to restrain my bigger orders to when the prices are lower. But the prices don't matter much when you've got no money to spend on a delivery. Yeah, for whatever reason, I spent all my moolah on booze shelves, so now I'm completely broke and rapidly running out of fuel. I am finally able to place an order, but the delivery takes so long and I suffer a devastating blow to my popularity. That was horrible. Why did it stop? I didn't click. That's gonna be a tank to my popularity, I'm sure. Oh, no more fuel. That's why. The gas station will never be popular now. Actually, wait, now that I think about it, this is like the only gas station on this road for probably miles. Does it really matter at all how nice this place is? If people need gas or food while on a road trip, they have no other choice but to shop here. I decided to block out the fact that almost none of my work here is really gonna matter, and 90% of my business is gonna come down to location and continue on grinding away and scanning and fueling. Frick school. No, school's great. Stay in school, kids. Yeah, this will probably help my popularity a good amount. People love one that doesn't say King Dennis on the side of a gas station. I paint the rest of my gas station expansion that I hadn't touched yet to match in with the rest. Since things are a little slow at night, I take any extra time I have after that to continue cleaning all the random assortment of furniture that's been left on our property. I send through for another product delivery. This time I've ordered a special surprise on the truck. This time I grabbed a single pack of Corona and 8 packs of cigarettes. Oh yeah, that'll really start bringing people in. Oh my god, it actually worked. And with that, I've leveled up to popularity rank 3. I should probably fix that sign now. Yes, and I had noticed that my retail profits suddenly began to skyrocket, all because of one thing. Dang, cigarettes do so much for you. God dang. Cigarettes and alcohol are way better than food. Oh my god. $15 off a 2-thing purchase. These cigarettes and booze are doing wonders for us. Whoa, this cop's getting a couple beers! You were worried you'd be stranded without beers? That was your concern? Our nation's finest. Yeah, the cigarettes are a huge hit. Well, I always thought cigarettes to be an evil drug created solely to profit by ruining people's lives. Now, I can make number go up. And number go up, more beer shelves. I mean, what was I supposed to be saving up for again? Right now, though, there's not much I can save up for, as pretty much every dollar just goes back into keeping the business alive. More fuel, more food, more toppy. All of my money just goes right back into ordering more products. So in order to try and get ahead, I'm forced to make a terrible, terrible decision. Okay, screw it. Taking out a loan. I want to request. Wait, what? Oh my god, that's insane amount of inflation. Holy crap. Jesus. Yes, Uncle's loans come with a horrifying 55% markup. Are you insane? Who do you think you are, Sally Mae? I decide against Uncle's loan and strive to earn my money the good old-fashioned way by receiving tips for having a gas station with a really cool paint job. But seriously, those cigarettes are boosting the average transaction price by a huge amount, which is really helping us save for the garage. Oh, the money is pouring in now. Holy crapola. The cigarettes were huge. People love the cigs. You know what? We gotta place an order for more ciggies. The cigarettes are flying off the shelves. And they kick up like no space. Dang. I've also nailed down a pretty efficient system for handling both my register line and the gas station line. In between finishing fueling up a car and the next car pulling up, you have time to usually check out around 2 customers. This will vary sometimes depending on how big the customer's order is, but generally it works out this way. Customers waiting for their gas ends up being the least of our worries today. Oh, this guy's, dude looks like Hannibal Lecter and Vitaly had a child. This flip car ends up causing a massive backup in the station, meaning not a single person who used the parking spot can leave. And eventually, no one can even enter the station altogether. Do I notice that? Of course not. Instead, I decide to start painting the bathroom. Wow, heart bathroom. I heart pooping. What is wrong with me? Do I notice the line of cars after I finish painting the bathroom? Nope. I decide instead to just go through the customers at the register. What the hell? What's going on with this guy? Okay, you know what? We serve everyone the same. Dude, why are you buying one of every cigarette? I mean, I don't care. Good money, but what the heck? You want to try them all out, bro? What the heck is wrong with you? Oh my god, dude! Quit! Quit, guys, please do not smoke. That guy just bought like 7 packs. But it looks like all my hard work has paid off as the next guy who stumbles into the store ends up making a huge purchase. $42! And our popularity leveled up! Let's go! The Dust Bowl. We are the Dust Bowl. But all that popularity doesn't mean jack to the oil market, as gas has skyrocketed to a whopping $2.8 per liter. But I have no other choice. There's no one else to buy from, I have a really small gas storage tank, and I'm almost completely out. Not much we can do about that. You need gas to run a gas station. Oh, this guy's car is reset. Okay. He's still stuck. Oh, Vitaly, why are you doing this? Oh god, there's a huge backup. Oh my god, look, everybody's stuck. No wonder we're not getting any customers. Okay, there's a way to reset them, I think. Thankfully, when glitches like this happen, there's a button in the warehouse you can click that'll reset all of the cars in the area. Okay, reset them. What the heck? What's going on? Oh, what? What the heck? Oh my god. What? Yeah, not sure why we're running a gas station if we have aliens who will obey our every command, but I digress. After you reset the cars, it takes a minute for the game to get you any customers back to the store, so I take the downtime to clean out the warehouse. The place is completely overrun with banned equipment for whatever reason, so I do my best to try and get rid of it all. Once customers start arriving, I have to turn my attention towards them, but thankfully, a interesting group comes in today, keeping it all from feeling a bit monotonous. What the heck, you're twin? Yeah, what's up, man? Mike? Why is there a giant fig on your shirt and it just says Mike? I want that more than anything. Mike, let's go. We are feeling good right now, folks. 526. I feel in a good spot that I feel like I can finally buy this warehouse. Let's do it. Upgrades. Workshop. Bought. Let's go. Workshop. So what's up with the workshop now? Oh, God. I didn't realize there was somebody here. Okay. Click that. Okay, what's going on? Repair. Need new mirror to start fixing old mirror. Need wheel to start fixing broken wheel. And while I'd usually need to order all of these items to my warehouse, thankfully the initial garage purchase came with some starting supplies. Replacing a car mirror is easy enough though. All you gotta do is chunk out the old pieces with your mouse, place the new one in, and bam, done. The tires, however, are a bit more involved. For this one, I've got to take out the 5 screws holding the wheel in, replace the wheel, and then screw in 5 more screws. Sounds easy in theory, but the precision the 5 screws take, combined with the length of the animations you need to sit through, makes this single-handedly the longest minigame in the entire game. Not to mention, nearly everyone who comes in here has like 3 broken tires. How are you people even driving here? Your axles must be obliterated. But before I can get to the final piece of the car repair, disaster strikes. What the heck? My warehouse is open? Oh yeah, I forgot. Somebody stole 3 premium tobacco. That's actually a lot. Yes, the clamorous fiends waiting in line at the register had gotten so desperate for tobacco while I worked in the shop, they resorted to stealing straight from my warehouse while I worked. The people's demand for cigarettes is truly starting to scare me now. But having started this crisis myself, I've got no choice but to submit to them. If they don't get their fix, I worry for what they'll do. This time it was my warehouse, but who knows what it'll be next time. I had truly created a monster, and there was no way to stop it. Well, no sense in stressing about it then. Back in the garage, I can finish up the car I was working on by using the scratch remover on the door. For this one, you need to just waggle the mouse back and forth really quickly, and as a professional clicker extraordinaire, that was no problem. And the rewards for finishing up a car in the workshop are huge, as this single car has earned me $150. Now, given it takes much longer than something like a gas fueling, but the benefits are insane if you can get quick at this, which is why the parts to order for the shop are just so expensive. I mean, for the same price as 15 packs of cigarettes, I can get 1 single car mirror. Jesus. I order the car parts and unload them into my warehouse. This opens up the next mission for me, and it's the type we haven't seen before. I call these progression challenges, and they're the final barrier standing between you and upgrading your gas station to the next level. The progression challenges give you an arbitrary number of customers you must serve in various ways. In this way, we need to fuel 11 cars, serve 25 shop customers, and repair 5 cars. This is the point of my gas station career that I start to get really overwhelmed. Not only do I need to keep fueling cars and checking people out, but now I've also got car repairs to perform, not to mention cleaning, keeping an eye on the stock of all our products, and loading packages in the warehouse. And on top of it all, some guy comes in with 4 broken tires. Jeez, what the heck are you doing? Run over freaking jacks. Bro is in a Pink Panther cartoon. What the heck? Mr. Bean sort of style situation. After about 30 minutes of grinding, I earn enough tips to rank up the station's popularity to level 5, as well as complete the progression task, and finally earn myself the $750 required to upgrade my gas station to level 3. In addition, I level up my warehouse to level 2, which will nearly double both my inventory and fuel capacity. But with all those upgrades sent through, I decided to close down the gas station for a couple days. We had just gotten tons of upgrades to all our buildings, not to mention built an entirely new one in the garage. So I wanted to take some time to not only clean them up, but also decorate my new working spaces. First thing was to start cleaning out that mess of a warehouse. There were just so many hay bales, sandbags, audio equipment, and a bunch of other trash just sitting around taking up space. There was one diamond in the rough here I find though in Vampig. He's part pig, part vampire, 100% immortal, meaning Vampig will slowly have to watch everything and everyone he loves in this world fade away as he grapples with the curse of his immortality. I also cannot get him to sit on my desk, so into the trash for you, Vampig. I continue cleaning out the warehouse and decide that despite how freaking sick it would be to start our own new band, the music equipment is just taking up too much precious space we need for storing goods, and dismantle that as well. Cleaning out the warehouse actually takes a good long while. They've just shoved so much junk in here. After about a half hour of that, I decided to clean up the other buildings too, first with the garage, and then, dear God, the bathroom. How'd you get it on the wall? What is wrong with people? The gas station now properly cleaned, it was time to get painting. For the warehouse, I came up with a brilliant idea. If I make it look just as ugly as possible, then maybe people will think that there's only lame stuff inside and not want to steal anything from it, which is why I go with none other than Pink Warehouse. Pink Warehouse. I go with pink for the walls and black for the roof, and dear Lord, this could not look possibly any worse. You have to be a complete loser to think anything even close to cool is hiding in here. Okay, that is truly atrocious. That's like the ugliest thing I've seen in my entire life. I think even as a joke, I can't do this. In good conscience. With the warehouse now looking absolutely just spectacular, it's time to paint the rest of our buildings. I try out the new paints I've unlocked for the accent pillars, but once again, I just don't really like the look of any of them. After spending a very, very long time looking them all over, I decided to just head right back where I started and stick with the blue one I've been using since day one. For the garage though, I decided to mix it up a bit and instead do the reverse, with the main color being our signature blue and the accent color being white. I actually really like how this came out, especially when you look at them together. It looks super uniform and eye-grabbing. The inside though, I'll just stick to to black. For the bathroom, I decide to swap out the walls for this ghost wallpaper. You know, because it's an ungodly, terrifying place, just like these ghosts. There was a little bit of the warehouse left to clean, which goes over horribly as I leave the door open for 2 seconds and I'm robbed out of like all of my snacks. But on the bright side, the warehouse had been completely cleaned out of everything except my trusty guitar, which meant I could finally put on the solo performance I had been dreaming about all my life. I said maybe. There was also just tons of general trash sitting around the station, so I cleaned all that up as well. After about an hour and a half of work in total, my gas station makeover had been completed. I didn't get a chance to tackle the interior of the store, but I desperately need to open up and start bringing in cash again, so I'll handle that the next time we're able to upgrade our station. And to ring in the reopening with a bang, I open up the bus station. This can sometimes let buses stop in your gas station, but they're not the kind you'd think. There's the party bus. Oh my god! What the heck is going on? My god, what the heck? God, what the heck? This is absurd. Yes, the bus station allows the party bus to occasionally take a stop at your gas station. This will pour in an influx of party goers into your store all at once. Since it's so many customers, they'll give a huge boost to your revenue, so it's important to try and maximize your opportunities whenever they stop. Make sure all the shelves are fully stocked, put out your highest priced items, etc. I love that even while they're moving up in line, they just still keep on partying. They can't be stopped, even if I mess up their order. Oh, screw you. He still dances off. With the partiers handled, it was time to answer another call from our uncle. He suggests that I start hiring some employees now that the gas station has expanded. And dear Lord, I could not agree more. I'm completely overwhelmed with the amount of work I'm currently doing, and while my popularity is soaring, my constant behindness means that I'm not really making any money. I'm all down to hire an employee, but for whatever reason, you also need to house them? What? What are these gas station laws that exist where I need to purchase a freaking town for my employees to work in? Irregardless, I buy my first trailer and can hire my first employee. If I go into the PC and click onto the employees tab, I can see 2 different applicants for me to choose from. Okay, let's look at these employees. First up, we've got Makiek. Makiek has worked previous jobs in America. He notes that he is in desperate need for a job as his worker's visa is expiring, and without a valid contract, he cannot extend it. Fortunately, his previous work records are in a foreign language. The translator is only somewhat effective. You believe that translation is correct, and Makik has committed no crime. The actual phrasing of the phrase could be taken either way. Charlotte is new to the industry, having graduated from beauty school. Her qualifications make her a spare suit as a barber stylist. Almost a glaring lack of internship is alarming, suggesting the woman did not do well during her education. She has no previous job experience, and her portrait isn't too flattering. She appears as if she doesn't really want to be here. Well, I don't think I want either of these people. I'm just gonna let it reset and see what happens. Yes, I ultimately decide on neither of the employees. The chick, because the main thing I think I'll be having my employee do is run the repair garage, and his repairing skills are coming in at an underwhelming 1. And Charlotte, because, well, I don't think there was a single good thing about her. While these are my only 2 options, if I wait until the next day, I should be given 2 completely new ones. As the day changes over, Machik is still there, but we do have a new applicant in Andrew. Andrew just finished working 3 jobs simultaneously. His resume notes he's looking for a more profitable work. He has a good service experience and is noted to get along with his coworkers and staff. The last page of the resume notes that he is trying to save money for either a potential trip or an immigration to Europe. Okay, well, what is his skills? He's skill 1 at everything. Andrew, you're not very skillful. All right, I'm gonna go with Machik. As much as Andrew, you really intrigue me. You know what? I can't say no to those braids. I really can't. No, I gotta give Machik a chance. You know? He seems like a nice guy. All right, Machik, get in here. Fortunately for Andrew, I'm just not willing to put all that time and effort into an employee who just decides to move out of the country after it all. So I'm sticking with my man, Machik. For Machik, I get to pick a ton of things about his work. Firstly, I assign him to the day shift, as that's of course when we're gonna have more customers. I can also assign him a primary job and a secondary job for him to work on. He set his primary job to be repairing cars in the garage, and his secondary job to be cleaning the station. This is for a very specific set of reasons. Firstly, I figure that no matter how amazing they made the AI in this game, there's no way this guy will be earning tips. And since the majority of my tips are coming from the register and fueling cars, I wouldn't want him to be handling those. Repairing cars is the most time-consuming task on my hands, so having an employee who can constantly focus their attention on that should bring in more customers and massively increase revenue. Finally, I put his second job as cleaning because the only other job left for him to do would be restocking shelves, which is something that I can do in like 2 seconds. Also, the station is a complete mess, just look at how low our rating is. But just like that, Machik gets to work and starts sweeping up the station. Well, you reached level 2 in 1 skill. Nice! Way to go, Machik. I always knew I could count on you. Let's not talk about how I literally did not, and just 5 minutes ago, I refused to hire him. Despite my new employee, I'm still barely coasting by, as the cost of fuel has been insanely high for the past like week. It's not just fuel. Tires are also at an all-time high of $40 per tire. Tires usually cost anywhere between $30 and $40, so it being at $40 for so long has been killer. Tires are probably the products you go through the quickest because besides fuel, every single car that comes into the shop is going to need at least 1 tire fix, with most needing 2 or 3. I don't even end up ordering that many parts, and it cost me a whopping $500. On the bright side, I think it's going to be really easy to do our taxes this year, as our net profit is just going to be a big fat zero. Well, it seems like we just spent so much. It's all okay because now with Machik's help, I'm able to earn it all back in just like 2 or 3 minutes. I like to think that since his car repair skills are just at 1, he has no idea what he's doing in the garage right now, just completely ruining these people's cars. But since their cars are wrecked, they can't come back to scold him. I also learned that I should probably pay Machik for his work, so I go to talk to him and set up his auto pay, so that way I never have to worry about it. With Machik paid, that's all the missions for this gas station level, meaning that the only thing left in our way was the progression challenge. This one is requiring us to fuel 45 cars, repair 10 cars, receive 40 tips, and serve 100 shop customers. I have no idea why the shop customer one is just so much higher than all the others, but I guess it's time to get to work. And to make that work go quicker, I can even buy my second ever fuel dispenser, which will double my current gas output. But what's definitely going to lower our output is at 8 p.m. Machik clocks out for the day. All employees work in 12-hour shifts, which by the way is insane for a gas station job. But that means I'll be working the rest of the night shift all by myself. And you know, even though I've been doing this by myself for the past 14 days, without Machik around, it just feels so lonely now. He turned this gas station into a gas conversation. On the bright side, the party bus rolls through again, and this time they brought lizards. But besides that, it's exactly what you're used to. Scanning, fueling, ordering, repairing, you get the point. Big Tire decides to bend the knee a little bit as the tires have fallen all the way to just $31. I know this is my chance to invest. I spent $660 in order to get 21. Wait, that's all that gets me? Machik continues honing his skills until I get an achievement for him hitting cleaning level 5. While I'm eager to get a nighttime worker, I learned that I can't buy another trailer until I level up my gas station, which is a real shame because during the night shift, I am hustling. God, I feel like I'm actually at a job right now. Like, this feels like actual work. This is crazy. As the station progresses, I buy myself 2 new shelf types, one for car care products and the other for newspapers. I also buy myself a pneumatic hammer, which I can't use unless I close the entire gas station. Upon doing so, I'm given the ability to finally move my cash register, something I've wanted to do for a while. In fact, in my prior eagerness, I even shaped out a spot for the register. For some reason, when I upgraded my gas station, it grew this like little hole on the side, making it like a backwards L. Well, I think that's the perfect spot to place the checkout, as it should make the rest of the store feel really open, funneling more customers in and also preventing ones who are checking out from getting in the way of those still shopping. I also upgrade to the large tobacco shelf, as it is my main moneymaker, and shove it right on the wall, as the alcohol stand has been nothing but a disappointment for me. The tobacco on the wall to call them in like a siren song. Cigarettes, cigarettes. I place the snacks now across from the sodas, creating the store's first ever aisle. It's insane the things you get excited about in this game. The aisle idea ends up being a bust though, as it's just making the store seem way more crowded. I decide that I'll instead be going with the put everything on the walls build. Why do I think this is a good idea when gas stations for generations have been using aisles? Well, why did Henry Ford make a car when people for generations have been using horses? Huh? I placed down my new car care and newspaper stands as well, and now we've really got a store going. Oh, but see, this has got to move, because then I can't see people. Put it right there next to the newspaper, so you know what time it is too. Is it even worth it to still get the newspaper? The day is almost over. The walls have also become completely disgusting, so it's time to repaint them white. I go to restock the newspaper and car care stands, but unfortunately due to warehouse restrictions, the only thing I'm able to get from my newspaper stand is a bunch of crossword puzzles. Whoopsie. While I'm still able to consistently get tips, I do definitely have to go a lot faster now, which means I'm making a ton more mistakes. No! Free cigarettes! Those are my big money makers! No! I now understand why there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. It's been an hour since I've started working on this progression challenge, and I've now cleared out every requirement bar the shop customers want. But it's then that I get a particularly strange customer. That was it? Frat Bro came in with a single crossword puzzle. That's actually awesome. Dude, I'm just trying to do my puzzles, bro. What do you got against that? I'm puzzling and driving. You got an issue, man? But the only puzzle he can't figure out is how to find love. My name is Duke. I'm the master of the puzzles. Everything I do it for the cuddles. Bruce, master of puzzles. Bruce, master of the puzzles. Can't find love, but he can find any word you ask for in a word search. I believe in you, Bruce. May you one day find the missing puzzle piece to your heart. At this point, nothing interesting had really happened for a while now, so I begin to start slowly losing my mind. Why am I just simulating work? Like, this is like I have a real job. I'm like pretending to have a real job. Like, I know people say that about like all video games, about like Stardew Valley and stuff like that. Like, oh, just go ahead and work on a real farm. But like, this is like actual work. Like, this is like actually just like checking people out. It's a delivery at the warehouse. Oh, gotta unload them goods. But all that self-doubt fades away as I hit popularity level 6. My work here has truly been worth it. I am the best gas station owner ever. This is not a foolish little game meant to distract me with a constant string of stimuli from the grim realities of the real world, one that is shrouded in more and more darkness every day. This is my real life as a real gas station owner, and I am the best there ever was at it. So I start tracking the price of Pepsi. Whoa! What a markup. Also, I hate to correct myself, but that's clearly not Pepsi. That is Toppy, you fool. After an hour and 20 minutes, I had now finished out the challenge and checked out my 100th shop customer. Unfortunately, the gas station upgrade cost a whopping $1,500, which I definitely should have been anticipating and saving towards, but in my defense, car mirrors were really cheap yesterday, which means I need to do just a bit more grinding. Just a couple beers and a car sponge. What are you getting up to, man? Yeah, clearly my brain can't take any more scanning right now, so I decided to take out a loan. Even though Uncle's interest rates are abhorrent, I figured that the money I'll earn for upgrading my gas station will be more than worth it. I also took out a $1,000 loan, and the rates get better the bigger the loan, meaning I only need to pay back $1,400. With our loan taken out, I could finally upgrade the gas station to level 4, the second to last level in the game. And this level up is of course followed by a call from our dear old uncle. But our call is cut short as all of a sudden our station is attacked by a dust storm. God. Not only will this reduce business while the storm is happening, afterwards large sand dunes will spread around your station. This can cause cars to get stuck, so be alert because one improperly placed dune could literally back up your entire station. About 20 minutes later though, I'm able to pay off my loan to Uncle. With that completed, my next task is to open up a car wash, as tons of people's cars have got completely filthy during the dust storm. But in order to unlock that, I'll first need $1,000 to open the plot. The heck? Cops got moves, I guess. Pigs can fly, I guess. After saving up the cash, we can revitalize the car wash now. Car wash is online. First, though, I need to pick up some sand in the surrounding areas. That way, customers can more easily drive into the wash. But with that cleared up, it was time to wash my first car. Whoa, power wash simulator who? That was it? Something is wrong with the water pressure. Close the car wash. Sorry, buddy. Find the sewer entrance from the junkyard. Excuse me? Excuse me? The sewer entrance? I have to go into the sewers? What the hell was that? What is going on? I thought this was a gas station simulator game. Why am I exploring the sewers right now? A gator? You must be joking. Gators? Eventually, I reach the end of the sewer and find the source of the water pressure gauge. There's a bunch of trash lying around in the sewer pool that I need to discard in order to get the pump working again. After throwing all of the trash just randomly onto one side, I can exit out of the alternate top exit that now puts me right back up next to the bathroom. Now I can reopen the car wash. Great. Well, first I have like 17 million customers. Oh my god, Bruce. The puzzle expert's here. The sewer put us behind. This dang car wash. And nobody not even want to get their car wash. Customer at the car wash. Prioritizing that over everything else. The car wash is pretty simple. You've got a spray gun as well as 2 nozzles. The red one is better for hitting exact spots, while the yellow one gives you a wider spray range, which really just means you'll almost exclusively be using the yellow one. You can use spacebar to see the dirt, and dear lord, there's a lot of it. I tried grabbing up every single last piece of dirt, which makes this take forever. Like, to the point where I don't even see how this could ever be possible with the amount of time it takes. However, as I finish up the car, I realized that you don't need to grab every piece of dirt. Instead, just a certain percentage of the dirt on the car. This makes this much easier to just go around with the yellow nozzle. Not to mention, the car wash requires no upkeep besides the occasional visit to the sewer and rewards you with $150 per car. This skyrockets my income. Seriously, the car wash is huge and should always be your top priority. The only downside is you're unable to assign employees to the car wash, meaning you always have to do it yourself. With that completed, it was on to our next progression challenge, requiring 100 tips, 100 cars fueled, 25 cars repaired, and a staggering 250 shop customers served. If you can't tell from my tone, that is a lot of shop customers, meaning that this is going to take a very long time. So to speed up that process, it was time to purchase my second trailer and hire another employee. This time, we've got 2 completely new options, Maria and Mayumi. Maria is a former pop star who lost her voice and wants to start a new life. That's great and all, Maria, but your work experience is apparently questionable. Mayumi, on the other hand, has worked at a gas station before, so yeah, that's all you really need to work here, so I hire her on the spot. She'll be working the night shift while Machik rests. Since he'll be gone, Mayumi will take over the repair garage at night. However, Machik already does a great job of cleaning the store during the day, so Mayumi can start restocking the shelves at night. Besides that, though, it was just back to the good old register car wash fueling grind. To get to 250 shop customers, it takes me 4 hours straight. It's not all a grind, though. I do make some changes and improvements to the station. Like I upgrade my warehouse to level 3, that way I can store more fuel and inventory. I also do some occasional lockpicking through the cars parked in my lot. I managed to steal, find cool decorations for the station. Like this owl I can place to scare away rats, this cool rocket, and who could forget this giant plant? I like having it on the way to the bathroom. The pea plant. Of course, the pea plant. And the crown jewel of the station, the coyote. Where am I gonna put my coyote? Oh, I'm putting it right here. That way nobody messes. Anybody comes in, tries to steal from the store, boom, coyote in your face. How you gonna beat that? How you gonna beat that? It's kind of a jump scare. I also upgrade the parking lot to include another group of spaces. That way I can get through these shop customers at least a little bit faster. And to further assist with that, I move the register back into the crevice further, giving more space for customers to line up. I can also further upgrade the product line by adding frozen ice cream and hats to the lineup inside. I upgrade the workshop to level 3, add another toilet to the washroom, and add a third gas pump outside. All this helps push me towards the monumental landmark of hitting popularity 7. Now, while it may seem like we're close to hitting that glorious level 10 barrier, because of the exponential experience ramping, we're not even 1/10 of the way there. I purchased perhaps my most expensive upgrade yet, asphalt roads, for $1,500. That is quite a hefty price, but monumentally improves the vibes of the station, replacing the formerly dirt roads with nice asphalt ones. Our tiny little station is finally starting to look truly professional, and to further assist in that vibe, I add some more decorations around, like these palm trees and a picnic area for our families to sit in. But what happened next was something I could have never ever predicted. Oh my god, 2 puzzle Bruces. They're getting matching hats. That's so cute. They had found their match. He doesn't need puzzles anymore because he found his love. Truly, what a beautiful story. However, these customers waiting over in our car wash area have a much less beautiful story. Who gets their convertible washed with no roof on? Are you insane? Your entire car is gonna get so... Okay, you're crazy, lady. But just a little while later, after 4 total hours of this progression challenge, I managed to serve up my 250th customer in the store, meaning I can finally upgrade my gas station. And thankfully, I saved up the $2,500 beforehand this time. Gas station level 5, the vacuum, new shelves, 2 times customer toilets, additional parking spots, 5x employee trailers, wall repaint service, more decoration, structures upgrades, and the airbrush. Oh yeah. Oh god, there's freaking... Answer the phone call. Okay, sorry, y'all. Upon getting on the phone, it's of course Uncle. Now that we've made such strides at the gas station, he wants to pay back the $5,000 loan. Though this time there's no time limit on it, which I guess is nice. I mean, he did say that he was doing this out of the kindness of his heart originally, but if you want your money back, is it really that nice? What's important about this loan, though, is that you don't repay it using the typical loan screen. Instead, you need to call Uncle when you get the money. The reason that this is significant is because I only need to technically earn $3,000. Then I can just take out a traditional loan from Uncle for the last $2,000 and worry about paying it off later. Paying off my uncle's loan with money from my uncle's loan? That's like an infinite money hack. Maybe I should try that in real life, and I'm in crippling credit card debt. I hop on the phone with Uncle and boom. Complete the campaign. Let's go. Campaign completed. My gas station is truly beautiful. What the heck? Who's that? Is that me? Oh, that's Uncle. Or one of Uncle's guys. Take the suitcase. I'm out of the game now. I ain't know you nothing. Whoa. There's Tate.
Hey, Pong, this place you've got here is amazing. And you've got all the money? Great. That's mighty kind of you. Hope I won't have to come back here all angry and everything. Forget to tell you, boss left you a little something should help you with the little twerk. Go check out your parking area. Peace.
Did anybody understand a single word that he just said? Regardless of why they had the voice actor deliver all his lines like a gritted teeth version of Hannibal Lecter, I had done it. I had completed the entire main campaign of Gas Station Simulator. Uncle was nice enough to install a Dennis alarm in our parking lot. Now, whenever Dennis approaches, an alarm sound will go off, letting us scare him off before he manages to spray paint our walls. The game also introduces a new mechanic in the VIP. The VIP customer is none other than Uncle himself, and he has the special quirk of only being able to be served by us. Meaning if you try and idle and let your employees handle everything, one visit from the VIP could back up your entire lot. So it's important to stay focused and monitor his arrival. If you manage to give him good service, he'll give a pretty big tip. And if you give him 3 good services in a row, you'll briefly get a 10% boost to all your profits. Not super useful or reliable, but hey, at least it's not harmful. But despite finishing up the campaign, we've still got a lot of work to do. In fact, we're not even a third of the way done with this game yet. There's tons of achievements left to tackle. I'll need to design my perfect gas station, and I need to spend 11 hours racing a stupid RC car. But before I did any of that though, I needed to pay off my uncle's loan. Luckily, my cash flow is now in a place that if I'm strictly saving and not ordering any deliveries, I can knock out the required $2,500 in just 15 minutes. I save up until I have enough money to buy out the rest of the store stands that I'm missing, and then close down the store for a few days. With my gas station now at the maximum level, it was time to give it a full-scale makeover. Turn this station into something beyond what anyone has seen before, and create the most incredible roadside attraction in all of the United States. First up, I want to move my cash register. While the Nook idea was good in theory, it ended up making me feel really cramped back there. Not to mention, customers were constantly getting stuck because they were so terribly close together. I tried out a few spots before ultimately deciding on this back corner, facing towards the entrance so that I can greet every customer with a smile. Now it was time to decide on the color palette that I was going to use for the station's paint job now that I had every paint color unlocked. I go back and forth on this for a very long time. My main problem was that I just wanted to do accents in this like bright red, but for some reason they only give you this awful deep crimson looking color. After more than an hour of going back and forth, I decided to paint all my buildings black, just with different accent colors. Red for the station, orange for the garage, and green for the warehouse. I was tepid on how this was going to work at first, but I think it actually ended up looking really sleek. I quite like it. Now, onto the interior of the store. Now, this part was really important. I can only change so much about the outside, so I needed the store layout and color scheme to be perfect to both attract customers and maximize profits. I stick with the black and white theme inside because I think it just looks really professional and makes those products pop. I decided the little offside hall where the register used to be will become the entertainment nook. Most people come in looking for food and drinks, so those will be right as you walk in. But if you're looking to peruse, you can head over to the entertainment nook where we've got crossword puzzles, sunglasses, hats, plushies, you name it. Now, setting up the rest of the store was going to take a feng shui genius, as I wanted to find a way to call people in and get them to stay and pick up a ton of other items on the way. This, of course, needed to be built around my bread and butter cigarettes. Nothing gets people in the store like their crippling nicotine addictions. With that on the back wall, I could place the ice cream freezer in front of it. Since it's so short, people could still see the cigarettes, but the freezer would be blocking their path. Now, if they wanted their ever so precious cigarettes, they would have to face the labyrinth of impulse purchases, a path of all my other shelves that you'd have to go through before getting to that valuable smoke. But even after all that, I still felt like it wasn't attention grabbing enough. I still felt like it didn't break the barriers of what people knew about gas stations. But I was no longer just limited to the paint roller anymore, as getting to gas station level 5 also unlocked the spray painter. Using this, I could create my own custom designs on the walls, including my very own text. It says it out here with a little short phrase as you check out, Toppy King, as well as a shelf dedicated to entirely Toppy. But my true masterpiece was yet to come. I would create a sign around the cigarettes that the people could not possibly refuse. They would see it from the outside and have no other choice than to come in. These won't kill you. Our cigarettes will make you live forever. Is it true? Legally, you're not allowed to ask me that. But it was the perfect eye-catching slogan to bring people in from the street. With my masterpiece completed, I started decorating the rest of the station with ease. I felt like my mind's eye had been opened and I was just pumping out bangers without even trying. I was the Golden State Warriors in the 2010s, the MCU during the Infinity Saga, video essay YouTubers when ChatGPT came out, until finally I had done it. I had created the perfect gas station. Alright guys, let me introduce you to the new and improved Dust Bowl. Boom, black and red, sleek as heck. You come in, well, we've got sort of a change of philosophy. Try to steal something, you'd look good on my mantle. Now, that's just to discourage stealers, obviously, because we shoot to kill here. Then, of course, we got the sign of cigarettes that makes you live forever, pulling people into our station from the road. See, like, that's gonna bring people in. They're gonna come in, right? But to get to the cigarettes that make you live forever, right? You gotta go around here. Ooh, around the ice cream. Boom. Oh, I'm seeing the alcohol here, the car care. Oh, all the food and the drinks. Boom. Then I can finally get a forever living cigarette. Now, I want to leave. I'm leaving. Wait, boom. Look at all these cool muffins and stuff and such. Oh, I got to go back. Boom. They didn't get you the first time. If you went the right path on the snacks, boom, you got you the second time. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Make sure you don't pet the kitty. All right. Then we walk back out here. Now, I did a sort of an overhaul in the bathroom, right? My goal was to try and make it like, bright pink so that anything would stand out. If there's any pee or poo or anything, like, boom, my employee knows where it is because it's like bright pink. Bam, they can see it instantly. I put some sayings up on the wall that, just feel very emblematic to the clientele, Bibles, guns, femboys. Any questions? I don't have any. This is also the no jork zone. So make sure you don't jork it over here. And yeah, guys, I think this is looking a lot better now. I also realized that with a gas station bathroom, I was gonna have to be appealing to the lowest common denominator. And if I wanted to avoid my beautiful station smelling, I was gonna need a friendly reminder as people wash their hands. Forget to wipe. But with that posted on the wall, the gas station was in the freshest shape that it ever was gonna be. So it was time to reopen our doors and start pulling in money once again. And the money does start quickly rolling in, but unfortunately, popularity is insanely slow. I'll be playing for a really long time time, only to realize that my popularity hasn't gone up a single %. That's with me running both the cash register and the fuel pump still. Apparently, this was a huge problem in the base game, and people were reporting that getting to popularity 10 was taking them over 100 hours. Thankfully, the devs behind this game realized that the popularity growth was a problem and issued a free DLC to all players called Party Time. The Party Time DLC would upgrade 2 distinct upgrade routes, the party spot and the ice cream stand. For now, and actually the rest of this playthrough, we don't really care about the ice cream stand, and I'll be putting any extra income I get into the party spot to try and get it leveled up as soon as possible. While trying to fix the car wash station down in the sewer, I realized there's actually a much better option than just throwing your trash onto the side. Meet Gustav, and he's a gator that lives in the walls that'll eat your trash. I assure you I'm being serious. Besides that, it was just working towards the party spot. Getting it all the way to level 4 takes a whopping $5,000 in total, but luckily I did some upgrades to the garage a few days ago so they can now perform oil and battery changes. This ends up turning each garage transaction into a huge $400 transaction. With the party spot now set up, a giant timer has been placed in our backyard counting down from 40 minutes. I am really hoping this is a countdown to a party because last time I heard of this happening, aliens turned off the sky. Upon further investigating the spot, there appears to be a bunch of buckets with items we can order from the warehouse. These each have thumbs up next to them, which is the game's symbol for popularity. So I assume if we fill them with the required product, we'll earn some much needed popularity. I make an order and then make sure each bucket is filled. Most of the product requests are just food items that I usually have on hand, aside from the 8 Viking hats they wanted. These things cost a fortune, so this better be worth it. Before the party spot timer manages to tick down though, I managed to hit popularity level 8 the good old-fashioned way. That night though, I noticed the party spot sign had changed. Party soon. Party soon. What does that mean? Whoa, look, they're rolling through. Party! Whoa, look how many freaks they're bringing. Whoa, this place is crazy. Oh my god, this guy is breaking it down. Holy crap. Go lizard, go lizard, go. Go lizard, go lizard, go. Oh my god, how many people are they bringing here? Guys, wait, everybody shut up. I'm gonna play. Guys, no, listen to me. Listen to my melody. Stop partying. Party's over. I gained 317 popularity. Oh, wow. My popularity went up by 10%, and that happens every 2 days. That's pretty good. Yeah, that is unbelievably good. For reference, in the time between this party and the next one, with me handling a constant flux of register customers, fueling people up, and washing their cars, our popularity would only go up by 2%. The party spot is a gigantic time save and single-handedly shaved probably 20 hours off this run. Speaking of popularity, though, the fact that I had hit popularity 8 meant that the station was popping. The register line was always long, and the fueling station sat consistently at 6 people, the max that can be waiting at a time. That, in combination with the fact that we don't really need to be earning popularity through transactions, leads me to start letting my employees fuel cars as their secondary job. There's just too much to do and I must relinquish control. And I take this even a step further by deciding to finally hire a new employee. Though she's near retirement age, nope. Criminal records show a wide list of minor felonies, misdemeanors. He served sentence or community service. None of them has no higher education, having dropped out of the system. Both of them have their flaws, but you know, that's what I said about Machik and Mayumi, and they've been nothing but amazing to me. So I decided to give them both a chance and hire Sylvia and Samuel. I set them all on the same tasks. My old crew I have repairing and then cleaning as their second task, and the new crew I have their primary focus be fueling cars and secondary focus be restocking shelves. This leaves me with manning the register and the car wash on top of managing inventory, of course. This still doesn't end up being enough though, as I am constantly bogged down at the register, meaning that we're always running out of products. So I hire another wave of new employees, George and Charlotte. Their main job will be manning the register, which should end up always keeping them busy. I upgrade my warehouse to level 5 and buy an additional toilet for use. The new freedom to not constantly be under the gun of the register gives me a chance to walk around the station and show it to my girlfriend. However, she makes an interesting point that the cigarette sign is completely untrue and that it's very likely that I'll be sued because of it. So it's time to make a slight change just to cover my butt. Add an asterisk to the end of forever, and then on the back of the building a key that shows anything with an asterisk is a complete lie. That should probably cover me in court. But for the most part, the gas station runs on autopilot now. Of course, I need to still track stock, take deliveries off the truck, fill party buckets every 2 days, and man the car wash, but all those things are relatively short. This gives me some time to tackle some of the other achievements standing before fully completing my 100%. First on that list is the RC car achievements. If I head to the back of the gas station plot, there's a little arcade machine, and if I play it, I can control a little RC car around a track. There's a tight dirt road and 17 checkpoints you need to make your way through. Admittedly, the car controls are a little wonky and the car tips over kinda easily. You also have the option to jump if you'd like. Okay, jumping's always a terrible idea. Never jump, never jump, never jump. Even to just beat the normal course, it takes me more tries than I'd like to admit. Go down here, through the tunnel, go down, come on, up, through there. Oh god, no! No, we can still get it back on track. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's not over till the fat lady sings. Come on. Woo! Oh, we should not have jumped. That was a terrible mistake. Okay. Get back up. Come on, RC car. There's 7 left. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, that's not the way. Which way am I supposed to go? I don't know how to get there. Okay, screw it. I took a different path. There's no way. But finally, I managed to beat the course with a score of 1 minute and 28 seconds. That gives me the achievement for beating the course, but there's still one achievement requiring you to beat the course in under 1 minute and 20 seconds. Which can't be that hard, right? Wait, why is the scary Hollow Knight music playing? Oh no, I read the time backwards? That says beat the course in 1 minute and 2 seconds? No. No! Oh! Dang! Come on! Why? Why? No! 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 Come on, man! Come on! So sick of this, man! I'm so sick of this. The worst thing I've ever done in my life. Please, I'm so sick of this stupid car. Please, dude. No, this was no ordinary minigame. In fact, somehow, this was in the top 10 hardest achievements I've ever tackled in the history of my channel. In Gas Station Simulator. Yes, I'm being completely genuine. But let's come back to that later. For now, we've got other things to focus on. First of those is the Raining Cars achievement, which requires you to send a car flying into the air. How are we gonna accomplish this? Well, for whatever reason, the broom has this weird property that it just absolutely launches cars. I have no idea why this is. It's not even some like weird glitch where you just have to sometimes hit the car from certain angles. For whatever reason, the broom just absolutely always nukes anything in its path. However, simply flipping a car is not enough for this achievement. You need to launch them far into the sky. Come on, that doesn't count. You did a flip. Whoa. How does that not count? Whoa, that was sick, actually. Come on. Get up there. Fly, car. Nope, no such luck. I look online and learned that the best method for achieving this one is to stand directly in front of a car, get as close as you can to it, and then look downwards. Then you've just got to flick your mouse upwards as quickly as you can, and boom! Oh my god. That's what they meant. I see now. Our next achievement is called Fishy Business. For this one, I'll need to take all of my employees off of cleaning duties. I periodically check in on the main store, and eventually someone will leave a live fish on the ground. Who has a live fish in their pocket at the gas station? The world may never know. You need to pick up the fish and carry it down into the sewer, and release him into the water. I guess this is somewhat better than being crushed in a trash compactor. Next up on the list is Air Supreme, which requires us to launch trash into the dumpster with a score of over 50. If you hold down right click while holding something, you're actually able to throw it, and if you throw a piece of trash into the dumpster, the game gives you a rating based on how far away you were from said dumpster. To achieve the score of 50, I get a smart idea. I head up to the roof on the warehouse and try to make a shot all the way down into the dumpster. This takes me a few tries, but eventually... Yo! Wait, that was only 30? How am I supposed to get 50? I mean, I hit that, that was sick, but where am I supposed to go to get 50? What the heck? That's absurd. All the way over here. I can't believe I hit that on my third attempt. Yeah, in order to clear this, we'll need to go real far out. There's no real reference for how many points a shot would garner, so I decided to go pretty far out for safety. On the bright side, I can use the tables from the picnic set I purchased a while ago to give me a little additional height. This takes about as long as you'd expect it to, but the real kicker is the walk of shame I need to do after every missed shot. Tail between my legs, just looking for my trash bag. This one's just trial and error, and so after 15 minutes of shots, feels sufficient. Boom! Oh, that wasn't even close. That was embarrassing. Oh! No, I did it! Oh! Never mind, I'm the GOAT! I'm actually amazing. With our dude perfect moment hit, we were just about done achievement hunting. With one exception, all of the other achievements left in the game just involve waiting. A lot of them have to do with purchasing an upgrade for one of our buildings, like the car wash, the warehouse, or the garage. However, since our gas station is completely autonomous now, that's just a matter of keeping the game open and then purchasing the upgrade. There's also the achievements for hitting popularity level 10. This is going to take a good long while, but now with parties, I just need to check in every 2 days to refill the party buckets and let the thumbs come rolling in. There is one small improvement I can make to the gas station to improve how quickly I can gather popularity though: the lottery. The lottery is a new building that can be purchased for a whopping $8,500, which is supposed to generate both popularity and revenue. You see, the way it works is you set what the lottery prize is. Let's say I set it to $1,000, which I then immediately pay into the lottery. Customers come up and buy tickets to the lottery for $35 a piece. For the $1,000 prize, each person who plays has a 2.5% chance to win. The game rolls each individual ticket, and you get to keep whatever the winnings are, whether they are above or below my initial prize I put in. Regardless of the results, you get the same popularity payout though. The $1,000 prize has the best cost to popularity ratio, and since that's my main focus, that's the one I choose. There's a 1 in 40 chance for someone to win this one, so on average, I should make like $1,400. That should give me a pretty good, and the third person to buy a ticket immediately wins. Wait, what? Somebody won already? Oh my god, that's crazy. Screw you, man. But you know, that's how statistics go sometimes. I'm sure on the next one I should... Winner at the lottery machine again? Jesus. It put me out of business. Jesus. How did they hit a 2% chance? What's even going on? Thumbs up, screw you. But with that working in the background to blast out the last achievements, it was time to tackle the true hardest part of this run, the RC kart course. Now, I kind of got into it before, but let me explain to you just what is so awful about this. Firstly, the car has tank controls. I guess this was to make it seem more realistic to a traditional RC car controller, but it makes the car not only very hard to control, but extremely sensitive. You just need to barely tap on the controls to turn. Secondly is just the time limit. 1 minute and 2 seconds is an insanely fast time to beat this course. Like, if this was a normal game, this achievement would be 1 minute 5 seconds. That doesn't seem like a huge difference, but dear God, it is. And that's because to achieve that 102 time, you need to be constantly moving. There's no time to stop for even a second. However, there are several points where you'd like to slow down. That would be this turn by the crate, when you're going over the required ramp, the turn after the windmill, avoiding this ramp, and the final finish through the tire fences. But if you stop for more than just one of those, you will not have enough time and just barely not make it. I cannot express to you how many races I had that finished just seconds away from qualifying. And another big part of that is that your RC car is just so fragile. Even just the smallest little pebble in the road causes your car to fly way off the track. And if you even get sidetracked a little, you might as well just start over because you're not succeeding. I was not exaggerating at all before. This took me a long time. Like, seriously, over 10 hours. So many attempts spent on this stupid RC car that doesn't even relate to the rest of this stupid gas station game. Boom. Through there. Okay, over there. Stop there. That's a harsh turn. There we go. Okay, keep going. Through there. And we are going to lose it all. No, we're fine. We're chilling. It's only been 20 seconds. We've been through 7. Now I think about it, 20 seconds is a third of our time. And we've been through 7. That's good. You have to stop on that, like, all together, basically. That one we seem to make it through just fine. Whoa, if I lose. Okay, this part's a little tricky. Just don't want to hit those dunes there. Then this one's fine. Keep going max speed. This one's fine. Keep going max speed. Stop. Over that. And then just keep on going. Okay, that was effective use of time, I think. Okay, keep going. It's okay. We kind of took a bit of an L there, but... Okay. There's no shot. There's no shot. There's no chance in hell. There's no chance in... What? Reach popularity level 9! Okay, well, at least I did that. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, I was so close until the end. Okay. Down. Around. Through. Slow down a little bit. Okay, that was really clean. Definitely can't recover from that. 105. Okay, I was close. 105 is pretty good. I'm getting there. It's 3 seconds off. That should be easy, right? 3 seconds. Name a time where somebody hasn't been able to shave off 3 seconds off their time. And then a sharp turn. I wasn't even close. Okay. I was like, did I really just throw that at the end? But that wasn't even close. Over. Come on. No, I lost it all at the end. No, I definitely lost it at the end. I set a new record, but dang it. Come on. Come on. What was that crap? 103. No, I was so close. Oh, so close. 43 milliseconds. Okay. 44 milliseconds, I guess. Alright, that was a good next attempt. Oh! Ugh! Da. No! 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 I had it. I had it! I'm so sick of this, man. I'm so sick of this. Please be over. Please, man. Please, I'm so sick of this stupid car. Please, dude. Yes! Oh my God, yes! That sucked. Yes. Yes, after 11 straight hours of grinding, I had done it. I had finally completed the stupid RC car race. Why they made that so miserable, I have no idea. But from me to you developers, Drago, I've got one thing to say. Why you gotta be like that, man? With that finished out, I've only got 3 achievements left. The first one, Fly Like an Eagle, requires you to launch yourself far into the sky. Apparently, there's a way to do it with like the broom and a moving car, but no matter how many times I try, I can just not seem to get it. There's a much easier solution though, as if you buy the Ferris wheel for $15,000 and step inside, that also counts. Now the final achievement we can earn in this save is Jack of all trades, which I can earn by having an employee reach level 10 in all skills. Thankfully, during my long RC car grind, I've been putting Machek up to a rotating set of tasks to up his skills. The final one he needs is restocking shelves, but I can kind of cheat this by every time he places something on the shelf, just immediately taking it off, placing him in an infinite restocking loop. Technically, there are 10 more achievements we could earn in this game, but they're exclusive to the Tidal Wave DLC. Apparently, that's basically like a whole separate game. In fact, it costs just as much as the gas station simulator itself. Maybe I'll cover that one day, but for now, I'm just focused on the main game of Gas Station Simulator. With that, we've just got 1 achievement left, and for this one, I'm gonna have to start an entirely new save file. So let's just take one last walk through our beautiful gas station. I'm honestly really proud of how this came out. I think it was not only functional and nice looking, but also felt like a gas station that only I could create. We say goodbye to our Dust Ball and embark on this whole journey once again. For this achievement, we actually need to legitimately pay off Uncle's first loan. Yes, that one. The one that needed you to pay off $5 grand in just 5 minutes. Now, while that might seem nearly impossible, as at this stage in the game, you'd have only access to the gas pump. And with people coming in once every few minutes or so with your low popularity, this would take tens of hours. But luckily, there's a quick trick we can do to make tons more income. If you go to the back of the machine behind the warehouse, there's a small mini golf machine you can play. You can control the angle using your mouse and control the power by holding down. Pretty fun little game, right? Well, actually, it's a whole lot more than that. You see, while it costs $5 to play the mini golf game, if you sink it in the hole, you get $15, giving you $10 profit. While that doesn't seem like a lot, this minigame can be completed in like 15 seconds, meaning you can just rake in profits while not working the gas station at all. To earn the $5,000 you'll need for Uncle's loan, you'd need to beat this game 500 times. It takes about 3 to 4 hours of grinding, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. You don't really have to pay attention to this at all, so I could just slap a YouTube video on my other monitor while I just mindlessly shot the balls in. Once I have the money, I can call Uncle on the phone and then immediately pay off that loan, giving me the impossible achievement. Unfortunately, despite my efforts, it doesn't change the story at all, and Uncle still sticks his goon on me anyway. And that was 100% of Gas Station Simulator. The game's actually a ton of fun. I think it needed the mechanics to be slightly more in-depth, because you can only really expand your station so far, but for a couple hours of fun managing a gas station, I'd highly recommend it. Let me know what game you want me to 100% next, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!